The next case now from Francis Nasiru. Now them be the children we can allege say their father died February and say their father still dey mortuary and the father family they don't come the packing their father properties already.
You stand behind them, you are a man. Excuse me. Directly behind them. Thank you. No. Thank you. Waiting be your name, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
My name is Francis Nasiru.
Okay.
And these are my sisters.
Okay.
Good morning, sir. My name is Nasiru Kate. Good morning, sir. My name is Nasiru Ruth.
I don't understand. Nasiru, Ruth, Kate, Nasiru, and the rest.
Yes, sir.
Which language will that be?
My dad is Basange.
Basange?
Yes, sir. From Kogi State.
If you just talk, hold the mic. You know heavy. Which language will a mother be?
Igala.
Una surname na Muslim name?
Yes, sir.
How many?
It's from our...
Talk to me clearly, please. You are a man.
Grandparents.
Now your grandparents' name, the answer be una father name.
My father's name is Emmanuel.
Is Emmanuel?
Yes, sir.
Why una can't the answer una grandfather name when una father still there alive?
So that was the name he asked us to use.
Okay. Okay, your father name na Emmanuel.
Yes, sir.
Your mother name na
Mary.
Where una mother dey?
She's at home.
How many children?
4.
3 of una plus 1 person where they house now.
Yes, my little sister.
Excuse me. How old is 1 person where they for house?
She's 12 years.
12 years. Where una father been they work before?
NMPC.
NMPC.
Yes, sir.
Which of their offices?
He was transferred to Lagos.
From where?
From Abuja here.
From headquarters?
Yes,
to
us.
Lagos.
Yes. So the
immigration man. Excuse me. Talk to him now. Tell him about the money. Talk to him. Collect microphone. Talk to him.
Hello, Mr. Tony.
Yes. Sorry, my credit ran out. You know, if you're outside, who is calling and who is receiving?
Ah. Okay.
Tell us that the ordinary president make you call him back. Make you tell us when you go pay the money.
Okay. Ordinary president asked me to call you back, make you confirm to us when you want pay this man in money.
Well, it's true to be say I don't talk and say I go pay him. And that is why even that same month when he called me, say he just come out, see the situation. At that moment, I had to just come out the one when I get sent to him. Say, sorry for the situation, but me, I don't look for you since. And you know, say person and money no the day. But that one not be even the problem. Because that time I didn't get another vehicle who had one show up, say, come, whether you like this one, but I could not reach him. You understand? And I was not able to reach him. So when I know they around that way, say you go like make you see me. Even my brother will do this, will handle the transaction, they Abuja. If you want, I please send them to come, or we just agree on how I go pay the money. That one is not a problem. I know they for I know they for like I be the only person who I know say money they pending for my hand. So anything to pay him off, I will do it.
When are you paying the money?
Well, I don't have that chunk of money at the moment.
What happened to the money
agreement now? We can do.
What happened to the money?
And that's what I was saying that time. When he wanted that particular vehicle, we were not able to get that particular vehicle. So we bought another one, and I was calling him.
That other one, is it still with you, or have you sold it?
No, that other one is actually with customs. There was a problem that happened, and that vehicle is with customs. But that one is not even that one is not an issue.
So it means the money is with you now. When are you paying?
Please tell him to hold on for me.
Hold on.
Tell him to hold on for me.
Just hold on for ordinary president.
Officer.
Well done, sir.
How are you?
Very well, thank you, sir.
Well done.
It's an honor to speak with you, but not be this kind of matter I'm supposed to talk to you. Supposed to make me talk to you, but all the same we thank God. Not a problem.
You know, say una CG na my person.
I know.
And I no want make this matter go beyond this level.
No, you know, go.
You get Consultant Ike number, ba?
This one, why?
Yes, this no, yes.
I get the number.
I go give you till evening today. You go tell them specifically when you go pay and how you go pay.
Okay.
Thank you. Make we appreciate her. I know be Consultant Ike. So, na accident your when our father get been sick, he sick before he died.
He was sick.
He travel go village.
Yes.
Tell me the story. Tell us the story.
Okay, so my mom's father died early this year. So they went for the burial. In February. So after the burial, he fell sick when he was still in Lokoja. So they brought him from Lokoja to Abuja for treatment. So before he died, he gave me his ATM to one of his accounts and told me to use it for the house upkeep before he comes back from the hospital. So one of his friends, Baba Abu Suleiman, was...
One of his friends?
Yes.
By name who?
Baba Abu Suleiman.
Baba Abu Suleiman?
Yes. He was present when...
Is he an Igbira man?
No.
Is he your father's tribe? Basa?
No, he's
what?
Igala.
Is Igala?
Yes.
The same tribe with your mother?
My mom, yes.
He did here when our father carried ATM give you?
Yes.
For hospital?
No, he was at home. It was the day he came from Kogi.
With the sickness?
With the sickness,
now
yes.
There he gave you the,
he gave me the ATM.
Because then they plan to carry and go hospital.
And they needed fuel in the cars. In the car they wanted to use to take him to the hospital. So they asked me to go and put fuel in the car and bring back the car so they can go to the hospital. So I did all of that. So I wanted to return the ATM. He told me to keep it and use it in case we need anything in the house. So he was there when he gave it. Baba Abu Suleiman was there when he gave it to me. So when they were about taking my dad to the hospital, Baba Abu Suleiman went into my dad's room, took my dad's phones and locked my dad's room because my parents don't stay in the same room.
Are they separated?
No. We live in the same house.
But your father's room, they...
Separate, yes.
And una no mother no they around?
She was around.
Why he go lock your father's room? So, who is he?
So we don't know. And up to this moment, he's still with my father's phones.
This Baba Abu Suleiman, where in there?
He lives in Kuji with us.
In Abuja here?
Yes.
He get wife?
He does.
He get children?
He does.
What him be in relationship with una father?
They're just friends.
How regularly in they come on a house before your father begin the sick?
Every night.
Every night?
Yes.
You know they stay with him family?
No, he leaves my house about 11 p.m. every day.
Every day?
Yes.
And your father never pursue and say, go meet your family?
My dad, before my dad retired from work, he transferred himself back to Abuja so he can spend time with us and try to arrange the house before he retires and everything. So that period was when he was coming regularly because my dad did not. Well, he had friends in Kuji, but Baba was one of the closest friends he had around us. So he was always coming, and then they would stay outside just in front of the house and gist and talk to.
So that very day, una mother they around?
Yes, she was around.
When then they carried una father go hospital?
Yes.
Now him go pack the phones.
The phones, yes.
Lock maybe and any other thing where una no.
Yes.
Can't lock the door.
Lock the
and
door.
he no carry the key give una mother.
No.
Una mother no follow. Make arrangement, make they carry una father go hospital.
They went to the hospital together. So
and you not give her?
No, sir. So she was in the room preparing and trying to make pap and food that they would take to the hospital. So that was when I was, because beside my dad's room is where we iron. So I was just standing there because I just stood there I saw him when he locked it, and I was trying to process what he was doing, but I just kept quiet because he's my elder and I cannot be asking him questions. So he left. He was in the parlor with my dad. So eventually they took him to the hospital. So sometime in the hospital, when they need clothes or something, we have to go and meet the man. Please give us our daddy's room key for us to take clothes from his room and take it to the hospital. And it was more like
the same Igala man.
Yes, sir. So it was more like we're taking permission from him before we get access to our dad's room and everything. So
I mean, don't conclude say una father go die.
So we don't even.
Are they suspect something?
So when he was admitted in the hospital, they were
Which hospital?
Brekete Hospital. He was first at NMPC Medical Center in Utako.
Before they
transferred
now
him
referred
to Brekete. So while we were there, his brothers were busy calling because Baba Abu Suleiman already told them that I was in my father's ATM. And before then, he already called me that I should bring my father's ATM and give it to him and write the pin down in a paper while I was coming. But I refused to do that. And then my mom was never aware, so I went to her room to tell her this was what the man was saying, just in case he will come and meet me at home.
Report you to her.
Yes. So I told her, and she said I should not try it. And in fact, she even told me to give her the ATM to keep just in case he tries to.
Then you now
say
you
it's my
cannot
mom.
tell him that it is with your mom.
Yes, sir. So we did that. So while he was in the hospital, his brothers, one of his cousin brothers, his name is Alaji Yusuf Akpama. That's my dad's cousin brother. They called me and was like,
Alaji Yusuf Apama.
Yes.
He's in Abuja here.
Yes, Lupi.
Where is he working?
He retired from NPC as well. So he called me and was like, "Oh, someone wants to pray for your dad. Send money from your father's account into this account." So they sent me the account. And I sent the money because.
How much did you send?
The first time was 65,000 naira. I sent it because.
See, him will be una father because they know if it give money, make them pray. Yes, and how much then they give God inside the prayer money? How much God they charge to answer prayers? Continue.
So I sent the money because I wanted my dad to come back home and everything. So Baba Abu Suleiman started calling my uncles that Francis refused to give that. My name is Francis. That Francis refused to give him the ATM, that I'm proving stubborn, whatnot. My uncles, my dad's brothers started calling me that, why have you refused to give them the ATM? Then because of the whole calls I was getting from them, because on my phone, there's a way I can make my phone, calls cannot come into my phone except I would see that you are trying to call me.
Yes, but it should not.
It will not ring. Yeah. So I just made that settings on my phone, and then I was just seeing all their calls, how they were trying to call me, and multiple calls concerning this ATM. It was even so bad that one of my uncles, Jeremiah Nasiru, yes, my dad's elder brother, he came to Abuja unexpectedly, and
from where?
From Kogi State. I was not at home when he came, so he met only my younger sisters at home, and he told them to tell Francis to come back home now, but don't tell him it's me that is looking for him. That you should tell him one of my friends is at home looking for me and I should come home now. So one of them, that's Kate, she sneaked out of the house and called that this is what is happening. Don't come back home, not come back home. So I didn't come back home. So after some time, they left the house when they did not see me. So because of the whole bring the ATM and give me scenario, I and my sister went to this Baba Abu Suleiman's house to request for my dad's phone because it was getting too much and we did not know what their plans were and everything. So we went there, we asked the Baba Abu Suleiman for the phones. He refused, said he was not going to give it to us. Next thing, his wife came out and she was trying to find out what happened. So we said everything that was happening. That even he asked me what I needed the phone for. I told him, me and my dad used to do something on the phone every month. So I was trying to check if what we used to do. If what we used to do.
You tell and say you want extract contact so you can inform them that your dad is sick. Anyway, so
I told him that and he was like, no.
When you tell the man wife about what her husband do, Baba Abu Suleiman do,
she started insulting us. Telling us we are sports children that
she do know which language?
She's, I think, Igala.
Talk to me.
I think she's Igala as well. So she started insulting us that we are sports children. So the Baba Abu Suleiman started saying that it was my dad that gave him the phone with her. And before my dad left to the hospital, he said he could not talk properly and even eating himself, he was always choking when he was eating. So my dad was always just lying there, and the food he normally takes was just liquid, pulp, liquid. So he was saying my dad told him to go and carry the phone. I was like, my dad was sick. He could not even talk properly. Even the phones that you're talking about, he didn't even know where the phones were. Because I was the one that went to drop the phones under his pillow, because I was tired of walking about with all the phones.
How many phones?
3 phones. So I was tired of walking about with all the phones. So I dropped it in the room, so I would not be walking about with a lot of things. So I was trying to explain to him that I saw you when you went into my dad's room. You took the phones and locked the door. But he was saying it's a lie. My dad gave it to him.
And his wife was supporting him.
Saying we are spoiled children. Started insulting us. So I and my sister just left the house when she started insulting us. So after the whole
I will not tell you again. No.
Sorry, sir. After the whole insult and everything, we left there and went back home. We told our mom what happened, what we went to do. So she said we should just leave them.
This Baba Abu Suleiman would reach like how many age?
He should be up to 60 if I'm not mistaken, because he's older than my dad, and my dad is like 61 or something.
Your dad is about 61.
Yes.
And this man is older than your dad.
Yes, sir. So after my dad died, my dad died on the 12th of March last month. So none of my dad's siblings came to see us or even called
to condole you.
None of them, until after 5 days. That was, my dad died on the Sunday.
They were not informed.
So they were informed. Even when my dad went to ICU, Jeremiah Nasiru was in Abuja. So the same day he went to ICU was the same day he took his things and left back to Kogi. He did not even go to see my dad in the ICU first or anything.
This Jeremiah Nasiru, as he did Abuja, where in sleep?
In his son's house in Lugbe.
In his son's house?
Yes.
In Lugbe?
Yes, sir.
And you people are living in Lugbe?
No, we live in Kuje.
Kuje?
Yes, sir.
And in there aware say, when our father did critically ill.
Yes, sir.
Then they even carry and enter ICU that day.
Yes, he was the one that even brought my dad to Abuja.
Okay, so continue.
So after he died, they did not come to our house or even make contact with us until after 5 days. So when they came on the 5th day, we had a meeting and we spoke about when he was going to be buried and where he would be buried. So after that, they all left, and then we did not hear from them again till after some days. They came out like they want to sell off the new car my dad ordered for, and that car had not been brought to the house yet. It was still with the car dealer. So the only person that knew about that car was I and this same Baba Abu and my mom. Even my younger sisters did not know about that car.
Baba Abu
Suleiman, that's my dad's friend. So it was just 3 of us that knew about this car.
And he too retired from NNPC.
Yes. So that after a few days after they came, after my dad died, they came out. They wanted to sell the car, the new car my dad bought, and
as if they are just waiting for him to die.
Yes, sir. So they came to the house. They said they wanted to sell off the new car he bought, that they don't have money to bury their brother.
Who amongst them was championing this talk?
Alhaji Yusuf Akbaba.
He is the one saying this to the hearing of. He was the one saying this to the hearing of
people. He came to tell my mom that was the decision the family had made. So at this decision, they did not tell my mom that this was what was going to happen. In fact, we did not even use our eye to see that car. My mom did not see the car.
So what eventually happened?
So he came and said they are going to sell off the car. And what was my mom's opinion on that? And my mom was like, where is it done? That why would you want
person to just die? No, your dad was not a Muslim.
No, sir.
So person just die, a Christian. When I know they talk about, when I never bury him, not do anything. When I don't, which type of motor be that when he buy?
Foreigner. Toyota Foreigner. So he asked what my mom's opinion was. And my mom was telling him that where is it done? That why would they bury a man with his properties? Why would they want a man? Because before then, Hussein Nasiru, before the whole car incident, Hussein Nasiru is also a cousin to my dad. He called my mom and was like, my mom, that he heard that the ATM is with me, that my mom should collect the ATM, or she should ask me to go to the ATM and check how much is in the account, and so my mom can borrow them some money
for the burial.
Yes, for the account. And my mom
to bury your father.
To bury my father. And my mom said she cannot answer that question. She cannot tell them what is in the account because first of all, she's not in possession of my dad's phone, and it's with that phone she will know how much is in the account. Because then he said she should check if they had paid his February pension to the account. My mom told me that she cannot answer that question because they should ask the person who is in possession with the phones. So he ended the call. So that was when they came with the whole selling of car thing. So when my mom told them that she had not seen where they would bury someone with his properties or try to sell off his properties to bury him, then she said whatever they are doing, they should remember that. Okay, before that, he said the family had already made their decision that there's no going back. They must sell the car. So my mom now told them that whatever they are doing, they should remember that their late brother has children
yes,
who are still in school and they are all in private schools. So they all left, and then few days later again they came to Abuja because they went back to Kogi Daddy. So a few days later they came to Abuja again, but did not come to our house. They went to one hotel. The hotel is close to our house. So they held a meeting there. In that meeting, they called our tenants because in the house we live in right now, we have another house in the compound.
Yes.
So that house
where you have tenants.
Yes. So in that house we have a tenant there. So they called the tenant and told the tenant that he should get ready to pack out of the house. That he should start looking for somewhere else so that they must leave that house. So after they told him that,
waiting be the name of the hotel where they do meeting.
Airport guesting.
Airport guesting.
Yes.
Now there they do the meeting.
Yes.
Not in your father's compound.
My father's compound. So they held the meeting there. So after that, in that same meeting, they were saying they are going to deal with my mom. She's very stubborn. She's very arrogant just because she refused to give them the ATM. So they said they were going to deal with my mom. She's very arrogant, and the tenant should get ready to pack out of the house. So from the hotel, they came to the house. So when they came to the house, they started talking about how they would collect my dad's death certificate and how we would go about it. So so they said I was the next of kin.
Did you not give the death certificate?
No. They moved the death certificate to NNPC because Alhaji Yusuf Akuma tried to collect it. But then they told him where is the wife or the children of this.
Yes.
So they refused to give him. So they took the death certificate and gave it to NNPC. So NNPC took it to their pension.
We appreciate Garki Hospital. Kai.
So when they were talking about the death certificates, we did not tell them because before that day, when we found out that he already tried to collect it, and he did not even tell my mom that he was going to try to collect it or anything. So I went there to NNPC pension office to collect the death certificate because he also worked in NNPC. So I don't know whether he might have connections or something to collect it. So I went there and collected. But when they asked of the death, I did not tell them I had already gone to collect it. I kept it to myself. So they were saying how would they collect it and everything. So we fixed a date on when we were. So I was supposed to go and see him because that day was on a Saturday. I was supposed to go and see him the next Tuesday, so we could go to NNPC pension office together to collect it. So they left. So on that Tuesday in the morning, on Monday, we spoke about it in the house and we're saying if these people lay their hands on this death certificate, it's over for us.
They will sideline all of you, process everything. From the look of things,
yes, sir. So we spoke with some of my mom's brother as well, and then we said, okay, it would be better for us since they are saying they want to use the death certificate to move the corpse to Kogi. We can as well use police report or something of that nature. So we went to police headquarters and we got a police report that could help them move the corpse to Kogi. So on that Tuesday when I was supposed to go and meet Alhaji Yusuf, my mom called him, he did not pick. So she sent him a text that we had already gotten a police report to help them move the corpse to Kogi. So after I saw the text, he called my mom and my mom explained to him, he said, okay. So my mom told him that they would not be need to go to NNPC pension office again since this report is already here. So he still went to the NNPC pension office to try to collect it. So they refused to give, and they told him that the son had already come to collect it. Thereafter,
another trouble.
Yes, sir. Thereafter, he did not call my mom back or anything to ask her what happened or anything. The next thing, he called my dad's brothers, called all of them, telling them that my mom has gone to collect it too, that why is she behaving like this? The next thing, instead calling my mom, one of my uncles, Hussein in Nasiru, he called my mom and told my mom, is it because you are lucky that miracle happened, that their brother married her? Said a lot of things to my mom. My mom was like, okay, she's sorry. If people don't need the police extract again, you should go and get your own and find a way to move the cops yourself. So after that incident, I think 2 days later, Barrister Ebum Salome, she's my cousin, she called my mom. Okay, first of all, I was driving, so I saw her call, but I did not pick. So she called my mom.
From your father's side or
yes,
from your mother's
side?
Yes,
my dad's elder sister's daughter. So she called my mom and told my mom that my mom should send her my passport.
Photograph. Passport
photograph. And my mom asked her what the passport was for. She said it was for an affidavit. My mom said, what was the affidavit for? She said she did not know. She asked again, she said she did not know. So they ended the call. So when I go back home, my mom told me what was happening. So I told her, she was calling me earlier. I called her, and then she told me the same thing. I asked her, Auntie, what is this passport for? I cannot just send you my passport like that. She said it was for an affidavit, but she does not know what the affidavit was for. So I think
she does not know?
Yes.
And she's a lawyer?
And she's a lawyer. So I think later that day, she called my mom. I think my mom told her some things about when her own mother died. Nobody did this same thing to her. So why is she trying to do this to us and everything? So she started apologizing to my mom that the affidavit was for was to swear an affidavit on behalf of me that I am the next of kin. That it was my uncle Jeremiah Nasiru that sent her, whatnot.
She, as a lawyer,
yes, sir,
initially is not aware of the reason behind.
Sir, she did not just want to say it out.
But according to her now, you understand? Because we are going to give them an opportunity to say their own side of the story as well. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So according to her, what she told you earlier was she wasn't aware.
Yes.
But much later she said after she had made an inquiry, they now told her that the reason behind needing your passport is to enable them to swear an affidavit to declare you next of kin.
Yes.
Your father no write your name as next of kin for NNPC?
He did.
So continue.
So after that call, I figured that because sometime last year, one of my uncle, Vincent Nasiru, he had an accident and in the process he killed someone. So the families of the boy he killed said they were going to burn down our house. And
your own house?
Yes.
Was he living with you that time?
No, he wasn't.
So how they take notes he did related to?
Because when it happened, they arrested my uncle. So my dad went to the police station to help help him.
And the person where they kill, they live around in our area?
No, he lives somewhere else. He lives in Kuja as well, but not close to our house.
Okay.
So because of the whole threat and everything, we moved our cars and everything. So my dad packed up his documents, his landed properties and everything. Then he called me to his room and he showed me and said, this is the bag where I keep my things, but I'm moving them to Kogi because of what's happening, just for safekeeping.
Oh, as the threat is said they'll come burn a house down.
Yes.
So your father can't tell you, say all in documents inside this bag. You will want carry and go Kogi.
Yes, sir. So we're supposed to even go together, but I was in school. I was supposed to resume the next week, so I did not go with him. So because after the whole signing,
as you go carry that bag, go. You come back.
They did not bring it to him. They only came back with his clothes. So with the whole swearing,
as your father carry the bag we contain all the property documents, go Kogi. When they come back, he come back with the bag.
He did not come back with it. because at that time he was already retired. So in Kogi he has a school. In Kogi he has a school there. He has bakery and some other things there. So he was planning on since he's retired now, he will go and face his business there and everything. So he was moving his things gradually to Kogi State so he can base there and
he get house there when they live.
He has a house there and he also has like little estates there. So after the whole swearing of affidavit thing on my behalf, I figured out, okay, so these people are with my father's documents and they are seeing that I am the next of kin there and everything. So they are trying to swear an affidavit on behalf of me.
Yeah.
So they can claim the whole thing.
How old are you, my son?
22.
Make we appreciate him, Jerry. Your dad is proud of you and your siblings wherever he is right now.
Amen.
Please, let's appreciate him. Okay, all those documents he took home.
They are with them. Even presently, they are saying
they are bearing your name as next of kin.
Yes, sir.
And there is legally nothing they can do, or there is nothing they can do legally to claim to claim those properties without swearing an affidavit. Yeah. Okay, continue.
So after the whole affidavit thing, they came to Abuja. So on the 31st last month,
when I give them
no,
the passport.
we do not. So on the 31st of last month, they came to Abuja. They moved my father's corpse. So presently, we don't even know where my father's dead body is. They moved the corpse. We were not aware that they came to move it. Nothing. They just sent my mom a text. We have moved the corpse. So
they didn't inform the widow.
Nothing. They didn't tell us anything. So after that, what they've just been saying is they are going to deal with us. They want to see how we would graduate from school. Since my mom is my mom is for me stubborn and arrogant, that she will see herself.
I hope you have gone back to school.
My school just resumed. I'm in my final semester.
Yes, you will go back to school. You will finish your exams. You will come out successfully.
Amen.
God will put them to shame.
Amen.
Your siblings would not go astray.
Amen.
They will be successful too.
Amen.
By the grace of God Almighty.
Amen.
No evil shall come your way.
Amen.
Your mother will be protected by the grace of God Almighty. Yeah? Okay. So they can't carry the dead body go Kogi without informing your mother.
Yes, sir.
That is the widow. Continue.
Yes, sir. So we don't even know the whereabouts of the body. So basically, after that incident, what they've just been saying is they are going to deal with us. We are not going to, and they want to see how we would finish school.
Don't worry. We are going to involve the Nigerian government.
Thank you, sir.
We are going to involve NMPC, where your father retired from. We are going to involve the Nigerian police. We are going to involve the National Human Rights Commission. We are going to involve other agencies that I'm not going to mention. But one of the agencies we're going to involve will be DSS. Nobody.
Thank you, sir.
Ogaranya.
Yes, sir.
Collect this Uncle Momo, Yusuf Ibrahim, what?
Yusuf Akpama. Alaji Yusuf Akpama.
No, your father's friend.
Okay, Baba Abu Suleiman.
Baba Abu Suleiman.
Yes, sir.
Give us his number. I go open telephone line, make Nigerians and even foreigners alike me then chook mouth for this matter. Wherever you are, waiting you advise. For una way there for studio, if anybody get suggestion, observation, comment, make una Baba Abu Suleiman. Right?
Yes, sir.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Ordinary Ahmad Isa.
Pleasure meeting you, sir.
Of the Human Rights Radio and Television. The name of the program is Brekete Family.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. We are live on air as we speak now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm happy about that, sir.
Okay. I have a complaint.
I'm hearing you, sir.
I have a complaint before me here, and your name is amongst the names that were mentioned.
Yes, sir. Yes,
about late
Emmanuel Nasiru.
Emmanuel Sabo.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Please, we need to hear your own side of the story, sir.
God bless you, sir. Sir, Nasiru, Emmanuel Sabo, we grew up together from Dikina. We are from Dikina. I know Nasiru right from his young age. And we happened to grow. He met me in NMPC, although I was retired before him.
Bring seat for him.
We were together. This Kuje that I'm saying, it was Nasiru who made me to get land in Kuje that I built my house where I stay. So I'm always with him every day. You hear me, so?
Yes, sir.
Because he planned well for me. And somebody who planned well for me, I cannot just turn back against him. I do visit him every day, we say ourselves. Anywhere he's going, I drove him. If he's going to home or whatever, or Lokoja, now I need to drive him home and back. Now, when Nasiru was sick, the very day we had to take him to hospital, I was in his parlor with him, with the wife, with one old woman, our tribal woman. So when we had to take Nasiru to hospital, Nasiru come and say, brother, I say yes. He said, pick this my set. The two sets he has. I pick it up. He said, brother, I say yes. He said, please, lock my door. I lock the door, I bring the kitchen. He said, no, I should hold it together with the handset. I said, no problem. I kept it inside my pocket, and I have to drive them to hospital. We went to NMPC hospital. That day, they refer us to Gariki General Hospital to see a consultant. By the time we get to consultant, the consultant will learn that he's now in the NMPC hospital. So we have to rush back. Immediately we rush back, the consultant said, you're not supposed to see us say again. Simply because they don't refer us to Gariki Hospital. But then, because of the wife, let him hear, let him see us. Is there the scan natural head? Because he complained of headache. When they scan him, they ask us to come back the next day to Gariki. We come back home. When we come back home, the next day we have to go to Gariki Hospital. As we are in Gariki Hospital, they now decided to admit him. When they admit him, it was evening time, around that time, 7 to 8. The wife called me, said, Daddy, I said yes. He said, see, I'm having high temperature. He cannot stay with the husband. I said, okay, no problem, go. I'll stay with him. I was with him for 3 days before his own younger brother called Udalai came to change me because I have to go and see my family. I have to go and bath and change. So I start to alternate there with that natural late brother, the brother. You hear me? So
I didn't hear you.
We were doing this until they bring Nasiru back to NMPC. We were still doing this. And NMPC hospital, they said since they want to take care of him, that they are just taking care of him because they have scanned the brain and there's nothing fun, they are just taking care of him. I said, okay. We were there, time for prayer. I went down to go and pray. As I prayed finish, that was the time they were calling this presidential election result. I said, okay, let me sit down and watch the proceeding. As I was there, the son called Francis came down to me and said, the mother said, you should collect his father's key with me, that they are going to bring another dress for the father to change. I said, okay, good and fine. I gave it to Francis. He now left with one of the mother's brother. When they came home, they collected the trouser and the shirt. As they come back to me in NNPC hospital, Francis did not follow. And I asked the brothers, his mother's brother, I said, okay, what is the key? He said, Francis did not give him. I said, okay, no problem. Now, as he was going up to deliver these goods, I then called the son, called Francis. Immediately I called Francis, when he see my number, he said, Daddy, I'm sorry, when the mother's brother was coming, he forgot telling him that the key was inside the bag containing that dress. I said, okay, no problem. So far, it's inside the bag. Let me rush up to go and collect. As I was going up, I met the wife with the brother coming. I met the wife. I said, are you going home now? I say yes, because he has not been sleeping there. He never slept there one day.
That's the wife.
Yes.
The mother of these children.
Yes.
Never
sleep. One day. He never slept there with the sick husband. I said, okay. I called the brother and said, look inside that bag. There is key there. The mother of those children said, no, the key is not in the bag. I said, so where is the key? He said the key is with him. I said, give me now. He said, no, I am in the hospital and they're at home. Supposing they want to take anything. I said, okay, good and fine. It's your husband's key. I didn't say anything again. When we were there, the condition deteriorated. And they sent us back to Garki again. We were in Garki until one day, the son, I came home, the son and daughter, the sister, they came to my house on Saturday. I said, Daddy, good morning. I said, good morning. They said, there's something he's looking for, the information he's looking for, he couldn't get that. He want to see his father's phone so that he can get the information. I said, are you using the same phone with your father? How come you are coming to say, I should give you your father's phone with me? He now begin beating his chest, say, he is the children of Nashville. They are the children of Nashville. They're supposed to be in possession of their father's property. I said, are you saying your father is not coming back? Or have you seen that your father is going to die? Even if you are to be in your father's property, position of your father's property, would he die first before I take over the property? Okay, go out, get out of my house. They now left. When they left, the following day, the father died. They came to my house on Saturday morning around 8. As I refused to give them the handset, they went. Then the following day, being Sunday, the father died on the 12th of last month. Now the father died. We were making arrangements how to bury this man. Now they set committees for the burial ceremony of this man. The money they came with is about 2 point something. Nobody has this money. How are we going to do about this thing? So we start to solicit for people. Now there's the cousin brother of Nasiru called Yusuf. He now called home. The senior brother of late Nasiru is at Lokoja called Jeremiah. Say, how are we going to do this? They say, okay, since he has a new card that is swapped and it's not registered and there's no cover coming, it's better they market that motor so that they can get money to bury this man. Hence, the car belongs to him, and it seems they want to use in bury. By buying coffee, paying for ambulance, paying for mortuary, arrange for wakekeeping and whatever. They just tell up. And they tell the wife in his house, we were in the parlor, both the wife and his family, both Nasiru's family, we were all there when this arrangement was made. Now, the burial now is on 13/14. 13th is the day of wakekeeping of Lake Nasiru. And 14, being Friday, is the burial. 14 of this month, this very week. Now, I am surprised for these children and their mother to go to Brekete Family. I did not deny having that handset. It's with me. I don't deny it. My mind is that after the burial, the family has to stay to say what and what this man has and where these things are. So it is that how that's okay. He gave me this, he gave me that. That's the thing. Even there is one ram, female ram sheep, when he buy for Christmas. So 3 days to Christmas, he decided to use he-goat. That he-goat he bought, they slaughtered the he-goat. And he left that sheep in my house. Looking after that, this Easter is going to use it for Easter. The Easter that is no more to do. I have planned to bring all these things back. But I want him to be buried first. By the time the family now see it, I say, okay, now let's see what this man get. It is that time I plan to bring whatever is in my position to them. I was hoping that. I'm very surprised they went and reported me. That is how we went, sir.
Okay, sir. Can I talk now, sir?
Go ahead, sir.
Yes. From your narration, sir.
Yes, sir.
Throughout this time where this man dey for hospital,
yes,
this woman will be in wife, the mother of these children.
Yes.
No stay with him for hospital.
One day, one night, he didn't spend there. Even when the husband was sick on the hospital bed, she was celebrating her birthday. While the husband was lying in the hospital, he posted it on the Facebook. I'm saying it now, this is that for her to know. But nobody asked her of all these things. We were thinking the husband would be well and come back home. Unfortunately, it was not.
Okay. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
With this information where you give me now,
yes, sir,
I get change of mind. I go invite the mother of these children. May she come studio tomorrow.
Beautiful, sir.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you.
Make we appreciate uncle.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Give me a line. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good afternoon, sir, Daddy.
Yeah, my daughter, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. This is Favor for UAE.
Okay, Favor from United Arab Emirates. Good morning, Favor.
Good morning, sir, Daddy. Daddy, I'm a house help here, almost 8 years now. Yes, I'm fine. But yesterday I went to send money for my account. So I tell the boy to send 20 to my mommy and send the remaining balance to my own account. You understand, Daddy? So the boy go do mistake and send over to my account. So my boss, he want to help me pay back, but he asked me if I see alert. I did not see alert, Daddy. I don't know how to contact Access Bank so that if they should help me confirm if the money enter. I can give you my account number, Daddy, if you are trust to help me ask them. I cannot just call them, you know.
So the boy do mistake, pay all the money into your own account.
Yes, he can't go do that, yeah. Instead of 38,000, you understand? He can't go send 383,000.
Into which person account?
That is for my account.
You know they receive alert.
I dey receive a lot since February. I send money. You understand, Daddy?
But
since February, that is when I go out a lot. So I just want to send some more yesterday to mommy. So put more so that I will even see the alert. You now go and overspend.
You don't see the alert of this overpay where you overpay. You don't see them.
I did not see alert.
What be the name of this person we wait to say you do this overpay?
The name is Ochuwo.
Waiting be your relationship with Ojuwo?
No, I don't have any relationship. They normally transfer money.
Are they suspect say you no transfer the money?
Because the one I sent to my in-law to give my mama, because my mom is there with my in-law, that one receive her. But to me, I did not receive.
Okay.
But if I send money there before that, I dey receive. I don't go feel like.
You know,
say this one I did not receive.
My dear.
Daddy.
Nigeria is confused now. With
yes,
with this cashless policy and some kind of policy we done some assault Nigerian financial cycle.
Yes, Daddy.
Make we no quick suspect.
I don't want to make
we no quick suspect them. Calm down.
Okay,
you sabi our Brekete Family WhatsApp official number?
No, Daddy, give me, sir.
090 3 00 another 00
again
441. The thing network cut them. I know no be me do am. But if she send them, the phone day here with me, I go take action immediately. Hello, make we not can do mistake. I accuse the young man wrongly. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Nahumi and I'm Devano for radio and TV telephone.
Yeah, my name na Dixon. My name na Dixon.
Oh, Dixon.
Dixon.
Where are you Devano from? Waiting be your contributor?
Adebano from Germany. Concerning this man, when you hold people, when you hold these children, this late children property. From waiting the man they talk, his body language shows say he gets hidden agenda. If in the shoe of those children, he's supposed to give the children everything that belongs to their father. He's supposed not to even hide anything, nothing supposed to hide. And he said he was surprised because he never believed that these children, that young boy, in fact, that young boy is an intelligent boy. Assuming that boy is not an intelligent boy, this man, I don't really know what could have happened there. So that man should give everything to that boy and should stop saying, I was surprised he brought me to Brekete Family. If there is no Brekete Family, nobody will hear this thing. Ordinary President, we bless you. Your teams and your everybody.
Thank you,
sir. We thank you for all what you are doing.
Yes, sir. But before...
without you, nobody would do. No, but without you, this kind of man, there are a lot of people like this. There is a lot of people who are suffering this kind of nonsense injustice. Ordinary President, we thank you.
Thank you.
We worship you. We thank you for you and your team for all what you guys are doing. There are a lot of things like this. People just wait for their brothers and to eat their property. And they have forgotten that one day they will go. And the same thing will happen to them.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Before you go, sir. Before you go. Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
if waiting that man talk about these children more than are true, then I think I have a change of position.
Yeah, ordinary president. Even let's say what he says about the mother is so. What I am particularly is from is for the children. It's for the children.
Yes, sir.
Supposed not to even. In fact, if he doesn't have a skeleton in his cupboard, if you don't get skeleton for a cupboard, this matter said he's supposed to go everything. Is so the way he described the father, the relationship with the father and him, he is supposed to call his children. Hey, this thing belongs to your father. Your father said, "Make I take this key." Your father said, "Make I take this one." But all what he's saying, for what I see, there is something, there's hidden agenda. His body language shows that this man has a hidden agenda. In fact, kudos to that young boy. That young boy is an intelligent boy.
Thank you very much.
Very, very intelligent.
Thank you very much.
Honorable President, thank you for your good job.
Make we appreciate
it. I, and the rest of them. Honorable President, my sister, where is she? Where is she?
Who?
Where is she? I missed that, my sister.
Which is your sister?
Bring that complete package. Please bring that back.
Complete
Please.
package. Complete package is out of town. She don't get work for another place. And
okay.
Yes,
because I have the accent. I have the accent.
You know.
Anyway, kudos to you. Thank you for what you have been doing.
Thank you.
More grace. Nobody will disturb you. Nobody will disturb Brekete Family. Because, in fact, God said, no man, if you go to the book of Psalm 91, no evil shall befall you, neither shall any plague come near you.
Amen.
Because you are doing the right thing. This is what God said we should do.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, what team your name? Where you live from?
Happy Easter, sir.
Same to you, sir.
My name is Chukuma from South Africa.
Okay, Chukuma from South Africa.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'm calling on behalf of this man that died and the friend is holding some of his things. Because I had the last caller from Germany.
Yes, sir.
Sir, there must be something that man saw his friend that he decided to give him his phone, his keys and everything. And according to that man, we have to listen the passion, the emotion that the man is talking with. The wife never came to the hospital. He never slept. Even if she visited the hospital.
According to him.
But she never slept on a dying husband.
According to him, we have not heard from the woman.
I think an autopsy have to be done on that man.
But that is according to him. You know, say, even when the children talk, if to say we not give the man opportunity to talk, you for no hear this side of the story. Now, by the time we go hear from the woman now I thought say I don't shift my position until we hear from her yet.
Listen,
yeah, but
this give my things to my friend. Something is happening that the man is not complaining.
This first caller,
should be
this last caller talk say, one other caller talk say, even if the wife misbehave, these children, this man, Baba
Suleiman.
Baba Abu Suleiman Yusuf. Baba Abu Suleiman. Baba Abu Suleiman is supposed to carry these children as his own children. I don't know whether you understand. So make we just wait till tomorrow by the grace of God. Hello?
His children. This man, Baba Abu.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Naomi and I'm Devano for radio, TV, telephone.
Yes, my name is Usman Makulo. They call from the United Kingdom of Boston.
Okay, sir.
Good morning, Ordinary President.
Good morning, sir.
Well done. I've been following the thing where it happened for the thing about the children and the wife with the family relatives and friends of the late deceased man. It's going on. So I just put my own comments about them.
I didn't hear you.
Hello?
I didn't hear you.
Yes. Yeah, so first of all, I want to commend the boy. He has been very brave and very smart about the whole thing. and the fact that he has been able to be consistent to stand up to, for their rights and for his mother, it's very commendable. But the thing I was going to comment was the other side of the story, where the friend was talking about the wife not coming and that. So that is very worrying, and if that is true, it's something that I understand. I now comment with your magnanimity, shifting grounds in terms of hearing the whole story. So, inviting the wife, the mother of the children, to the program, it's very good, so that we can hear the side of our story and see if this
allegations
comment from the
if these allegations are true.
Exactly. If these allegations are true. If the allegations, regardless of whether the allegations are true or not, the first order of business is that even though the family, first of all, the family members, their body languages and the way they have taken the whole thing
you can imagine the man died, according to the children, 5 days. None of their uncles and aunties he came to visit would show concern.
Exactly.
Something is fundamentally wrong somewhere.
Suspicious. It's very suspicious. With the affidavit thing, they are trying to lie.
Holding a meeting in a hotel.
There's kind of a plot going on. So I really commend the boy and the family that they were able to put up that very smart moves of keeping their things, not exposing themselves like that, death certificate and all that. It was a very good thing. But I think also we also need to explore the pulse in the family. I think there's a kind of a very bad relationship that is going on within the family. The wife, the family
of the husband. I want to believe that this conflict has been there even before the man's death.
Exactly. So the first order of business is that they have to return all the property to the responsible people, the people that owns it, which is the children and the wife. They have to do that.
Thank you.
Then I saw that initially you wanted to take a very drastic action, like involving the police and the other agencies and all that. But it looks like you want to step back.
No,
which is good.
I'm not going to step down. I'm just holding on first.
No. I'm not saying you are stepping back. I mean, you are taking a step back a bit and seeing the situation.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So it's a very good move, because they need to resolve. Since you're also a reconciliation and resolution platform, you might maybe put more light on that in terms of seeing how to resolve the family disputes and all that. That might easily, quench all these things rather than going that far.
Thank you.
So thank you very much, Ordinary President.
Yes, sir. Make we appreciate that. Hello. Good morning. Can you off those mics?
Hello, good morning, Ordinary President. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Waiting be on where you develop from.
Okay, my name is Bright. I develop from Vienna, Austria.
Okay, Brighto, how you doing?
Very fine, sir. Happy Easter celebration and Happy New Week, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yeah. Sir, this matter of grant, we follow the matter, yeah? I think both the man will make the phone call and our young brother will just speak now. And the sisters will come for studio. I think at the same time everybody is pursuing the same goal. Yeah, but this family of this boy, Nigeria really get concerned very, very well, because our people should also understand that this man, whatever he has left behind, the man gets son who don't grow enough and children who don't grow enough to take care of his properties, to take over his properties. And this boy is capable to do that. He's intelligent.
And the boy in question is an adult now. He's 21.
Yes.
22. Oh, sorry, yes, plus one.
Now, in all standards, yes. in all standards, is grown up. He's old enough to take care of his father's property. But I think there is a misunderstanding in communication between this man we just talked for full and this man who died now, the children. They have to come together and sort things amicably. I don't think that man is against these children. I don't. For me, the way I see it, I don't really think so. That man is against these children. I don't think so. I even think the family of this man, that is this boy now, the uncles, the father brothers, now them really against these children, not that man.
From the narration,
I believe they should come together.
From the narration of the boy, it be like saying that this man they instigate the family. From the narration of the boy, it be like saying that this man they instigate the family of the man who don't die against the children and the wife. From the narration of the of the son here.
Yeah, but when this man now talk for phone, the story won't get killed. Like the story won't change now. That's that.
No be change. No be change. Now just slow. I want slow down the action where I want take first. No be say I change my mind completely.
No,
when I say
I want to beg. I about something when the boy did when that man finished talking. That guy was raising his hand. I like he want to say something.
I know allow the boy talk. Make una talk first. Make una talk first. I go allow the boy talk later. But for now, make una talk. Shebi una don't hear from the boy. Una don't hear from the man. Our own na to strike a balance. Make we know. Make we read in between the lines of their statements.
Okay.
But before you go. If you know, say your family and your wife know they settle, look for a way to settle them before you die, before I die, before the other person die. This thing, now problem it be. It happen to man, it happen to woman. Me, now my wife.
Yes.
Continue, sir.
This problem is not in the top now too. This problem is here. The bring up studio now. If you go deep down inside this problem, this thing maybe not start like 10 years ago or 5 years ago. I'm telling you. Now the man die, everything come begin boss. Family come begin come. So this one, so not even this problem don't start.
Even cockroach no suppose make noise when the man they alive. Everybody don't form muscle now because the man is no longer.
Yes.
I said this thing happened to me. My own wife relations now not like me, and eventually when my wife died, everybody, my own self, I go greet my in-laws. Then beat me for inside the compound. Now carry they smuggle me into somebody car boot to smuggle me out of that place because they be no like me right from time. I don't tell people.
Before I start, you don't tell the name like you. Maybe that day before I start. This is the problem we are having.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Yes. You don't tell where they advise people. You want marry, the relations of your wife not like you. Leave her. Because if you insist, make you pray, say now you go die first. If she die, that body know the right statement. What thing they go put for your head, you no go fit explain. Now only God go save you. And you want marry man, in relations no like you. Forget love. I know I can face them, I can face them. Just pray, make the man no die before you. Because if he die, now that time, person will not reach to clean your shoe. Go they put hand for your forehead. See one Igbo woman will come here. One boy, wait now, they suffer for village. As in papa die, I mean papa and mama die. This boy, they sleep for roadside. Now she talks, say, make her late husband go bring this boy. This boy come. He don't emaciate, be like person who get kashoko. She arrange this boy. They treat him well. They do everything. This boy come well. He come become. They put him for their business. After a small time, they tell him to hold one shop. From there, they in charge of this. This boy, small pikin, her first son, senior this boy. The husband die. This boy say according to tradition, na him go marry her. Tyra won't enter her room. She say, Ebuka, where you dey go? He say, according to tradition. So she ask her, Ebuka, if I open leg now, you go fit. He say, now. For my mind, I can't make. Now wait I talk. I think for my mind, for my mind, I can't talk. Say it was she for live and make he die where he suffer. Now for my mind, I talk. I not talk. Somebody just called me now. He sent me a message. He says, see me crying here. Just the kind of thing my late aunt tried to do to my mom when my dad passed on. Wickedness in high places. She's crying right now. Many people don't suffer this thing. Many people don't suffer this thing. How can a lawyer say she does not know the reason behind requesting for the passport photograph of the late man's son? But, like I talked before, make we hear from the woman based on the allegation. If the allegations not true, she again where I go face her too. She give her own blame. These people own. I get where I go face them. Give them their own blame. The most important thing, the important aspect of this whole thing, now the children be my target, be our target, be our concern. Good idea, yes? Somebody they raise hand for studio. Give a microphone. No, now. Okay. After you, that man.
My ordinary president, we thank you for this beautiful platform. If not for here, only God knows how these children will suffer. First of all, the man will claim to, will have the properties, will have the key to the house. Of course.
To the room.
To the room.
And the father's phones.
And some other things which maybe they have not mentioned.
Yes.
From his name, I guess he's a Muslim. And what does Islam say? These things belongs to the family. He has a grown-up children. He is supposed to call them. Whatever is on ground. Instantly. My children come. Oh. Papa, don't die. No. Sorry about it.
The first thing you go do after he call them, they go pray. When they pray, he go contact say talk. See the key. Well, see the phones. See this goat. See that. See this. See that. See that. See that. See that. See that. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I don't know whether you understand.
Yes, sir.
But, anyways, we go hear the remaining story.
When we settle and bury your dad, if we did not give them right away, we say, I have all these things in my custody. As soon as we settle the burial, we will all sit on the round table and see how we can share, because he has grown up children and they are still in school and they need money now. And
a wicked wife, if we waiting the man talk not true, and a wicked wife.
My ordinary sir, I no one blame the dead, but it's not too good for. We had cases here when the friends will come and say they have divorced. Luckily, these people, they are Christians, and there's no divorce. Don't allow man to get too know to what is going on in your family. Why is he sitting there every day till 11 o'clock? Abba, the man get wife. If they have problem,
children and
you got your wife and your children.
I never even think like that too.
If they have problem, why don't you? He no talk saying one divorce in wife. Even if the wife wicked, he's still the manager. And even though they are not living together.
Na me talk so.
Even if they are not living together.
The man no talk say she wicked.
But he invariably said it. He said she never come see him for hospital. Now, you should try, men should not allow another party to come too much close to the point that everything in the family, in fact, you have sold your family.
See finish, go enter.
See finish, don't enter.
Thank you. Kai, let's appreciate Elijah. Elijah don't improve well. Wetin be her position for NASFAT sef?
Amira, woman leader.
A woman leader.
Yes, sir.
Amira.
Yes, sir.
Make we appreciate Amira.
Our young boy, sir. Very smart.
Thank you.
Very intelligent.
Yes. Give that man with white and white a microphone. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Good morning, Ordinary President.
If you know, say you enter motor and you forget one brown traveling bag this morning around 8 o'clock, around Nyanya under bridge to area 1, the driver they here with the traveling bag, bring the driver in so that we can announce. But if you they hear me now and you forget traveling bag for inside the taxi, your property there for Human Rights Radio and Television, and the driver they here that they bring them in. Yes, over to you, sir.
Good morning, Ordinary President.
Good morning, sir.
My happiness of standing in front of these people today is because of these children. Why I stood up is because the story is on Christianity. The man is a Christian. I love it. People don't know what they mean by Christian. Once they say you are Christian, that is you are Christ-like. You have to have the example of Christ in you. So what Christianity are doing today, answering Christian.
Sit down. See space now for front.
They say answering Christian is disturbing. This man is a Christian. If we can think of, let's go back to Christ himself. It's the origin of Christianity. That man died, Jesus Christ. Nobody go to bury him, go to celebrate. Only a single man life, go and beg for the respect they have for him. Simon, let me, borrow me the dead body, I go hide them. That's how that man was buried, Jesus Christ. But today, a Christian die. They are going to set a committee. Let me tell this committee people, number one. This thing happened in Asokoro.
Something million naira.
Yes, something happened in Asokoro. A big man, somebody that the government did tell to police to guide him. Is he a small man? So that man was so selfish on his life that nobody got close to him.
In Asokoro?
Yes, only him and his family with his wife. The police people attached to him. There's this pipe that they are using to wash his car.
Now they drink water.
They drink. He made a policeman drinking there. Said he called a plumber. That in their village, they didn't have a tap. They closed the pipe. Cut it short. A day happened. In the evening, the woman just shout through the window. A story building. Police come home, my husband don't die. The policeman go. He says he's dead. Is it sure? Yes, madam. Is it sure, madam? He go back to his colleague. Okay, carry your gun now. Madam, I'm sorry, I beg me call that plumber. Make him come attend to him. We don't go. They left. His people, nobody come. Then they call his children. When the children landed,
from
after
abroad.
a day, yes, after a day, they go up. Mommy, why is this thing still doing here? It will still start smelling. They should take it out now. So please, if that man has know that it will happen like that, you can arrange for his burial.
Yes, sir.
Then this man live a good legacy, is leaving it for his children.
You can see the children
and
from
now
the example.
He's dead. Somebody is going to organize a committee. The committee cannot even raise money. They want to sell his property. This is to tell you that dead body is standing to go and bury himself. How do you mean the man not get the car, uncle? You don't get those things. What
so
you
they
go do?
Make you rotting.
Imagine, you know. So I'm disturbed. Christian, let us be on the right life of Christ.
Thank you. Let's appreciate Uncle. Okay.
Sorry, my name is David Isaiah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning. Who want to talk again? Your mouth they do mui. Collect talk.
Thank you, my ordinary president. And waiting everyone talk now, this our daddy don't be poop mouth. Now you don't talk say on being friends, on being brothers, on like and well. Person die. If just like he talk, if you no get that car, you no get property, on no go bury him. Now when person even die, now I go show truly how French on a be. They can friend who on a be, they can brothers who on a be. But in this case, blessed their own friends or brothers where them be now the property where the person get. Now they want now that side now they won't come show. Like ordinary president talk more wait more hear from the wife. But one thing I want to make all of us learn, because as this young man they talk, so many things they enter my brain. And they get brain reset. I don't know whether anybody get brain reset. As they talk, so that many of us will get children, we get family, make we know how we go bring up our children. Make we know how we go hold our children, make our children be our friend. Make our children be our friend. Make we know be that papa or that mama will be say once they enter house, everybody he go run hide, or nobody go fit talk, nobody go fit where they go fit express themselves, nobody go fit sabi you. Say, as my father no day so, or if my father no day, see waiting if he do, or waiting he don't do before he come out for house. Because many of us, our children no fit speak for us. Many of us, our children no fit dey friendly with us because of the way they live with them. So this one should say the man, he not just live or be father to him picking, he be friend to his children, most especially this young man here. So I beg more try, more could be friend to our children.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody want to talk for studio? Chef Fatima, before you talk, make we take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes, waiting be your name. Where you develop from?
My name is Isaac Agbola. I'm calling from Germany, sir.
Yeah?
I said, my name is Isaac. I'm calling from Germany.
Isaac who?
Isaac Agbola.
Okay, to continue.
God bless you, sir. I'm so happy to hear from you today. For how many years now?
We appreciate that.
Well done, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. May God bless you for everything what you do for us for Nigeria.
Amen. And you too, sir.
You are the only man that is giving us hope. We will there abroad. More forget hope. Say our country see good.
Hope day for Nigeria by the grace of God.
Yeah, but hope day. But the way we live our life now, the way we live our life now, the way what we see for this your platform, sir. Sometimes we wait there Nigeria. We wait there abroad. We know they get the hope like that because our wickedness is more than anything.
My brother, you go good.
Our wickedness, we not government now. We blacks, the way we take the wicked ourselves. Look, this case where you talk about now, sir. Like me now, me and my wife, now they suffer for abroad here now. No house where peace there, sir. No house where peace there. And there is no woman. Let me just tell you, sir. Me and your build your mind down. There is no peace. People go feed them one house. When a friend go they come every day, come they greet me, go come up for 12 o'clock in the night. One time I come they get with my wife, say they stay with my wife. I go call my friend out, I'll come out around 12. Waiting me and that my friend call they do every day. The man talk out for him man just say, now every day they come down my house.
Now in the driver.
The woman will not be happy. Sometimes you have to say, okay, now follow your friend, they go. Anything when they happen to you, go call your friend. Because in this life, the life is so short. Don't tell me and my wife get when we'll take discuss life or when we'll take talk. Okay, this way enter house 12 o'clock now. Who say what they discuss with the wife, say, see what they do me or what they not do me. And the wife not even know the movement of the man. Now this is friend, that is friend that will be here say, this man say waka, what will happen when that head be happen? Because what? Now he they always the same time, he can be wife, now he can be husband there. You understand me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I say God go bless you because this is your platform, sir. This is your platform. Since 2015, they follow you. This is your platform. I'm so happy to if I don't hear this your platform one day, I go to sick.
Yeah.
I go to sick because this what you do for we Nigerians, and the way you take they open our eyes, and waiting you they train us when we they learn about our families and ourselves. It's so if we even pay food, we know pay for these things. The highest education like this your platform every morning just to go there, take sermons. This one past church.
So make una help me because since that time where some people from government attack our website and our social media, many people no say we don't come back. So make una they share, make una they subscribe, make una they share.
I share every day. The reason why we are not going to call you, like 4 o'clock, I said they go work in the morning. 4 o'clock, I've been looking for your number for a very long time. So I've been like trying to call you direct. I have something important to discuss with you.
No
very
problem.
important.
No problem. Anytime where you get chance, make you send me WhatsApp number for our WhatsApp official this thing, so that we go.
Give me your WhatsApp number, answer. Give me your WhatsApp number.
Okay, 090.
Oh, sorry, sir. I'm coming, sir. Sorry, sir.
Sorry,
okay.
doctor.
Sorry. Okay.
090. You don't write, and then you go write 00 into 4 places.
0 into 4 places.
Yes. You don't write them. That's
okay,
0.
That's 9,000. Now 9,000. 9,000. Now 9,000, sir.
I say 090.
Yes.
3.
Okay.
00.
3.
Another 00 again.
Okay.
441.
Okay, 441.
090 30,000 441.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. I will call you after this program.
I beg. Yeah, I know they are live call. Send me a message or you do voice note. If you call me, I no go pick.
Okay, I will send you voice note, sir. I will send you voice note.
Thank you, sir.
I beg, sir, these children, sir, I beg, the way you start for other people, children
nobody
before, I beg, these
touch
children,
them. If you see anybody succeed, touch these children.
Because the reason why we are the cry now, the reason why we are the cry, most of us now, we dey lost our cultural value now for abroad. Most of us now, because of all this wickedness when they happen for Nigeria now, most of us they talk say we don't want to go out again. We want to leave our children, and we have beautiful children. We have brilliant children abroad here.
No, when I go come back, Nigeria go soon better. No, allow one single bad case is discourage you. Better things they happen for Nigeria. You go hear many better things. Thank you.
I go call you, sir. I go call you, sir. We will talk, sir. I'll tell you voice note, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, doctor. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Make we appreciate them now. Hello, my wonderful, elegant, lovely, beautiful, pelecious, egalacious, omayacious, Dr. Yoshus, Director Yoshus, the mobilizations, the director, service, reforms coordination and service improvement department, Dr. Jumoe Amodu. My sister, where they work with FCT minister, can they live for Maraba in ya?
Good morning, my own and only brother and ordinary president.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. I called because of this matter when they ground because they also concern me. I don't say the children are then primary concern for now because the future has to be guaranteed in terms of finishing their education and assessing everything that their father left behind. They are now adults. But there are 2 things I need. Like we said, when the woman comes tomorrow, we need to get clarification and we need to ask the boy because I'm sure he's going to respond this morning. The man alleged say they hold burial meeting for their house. May the boy confirm that one for us. Then number 2, I dey wonder how the man, when they want to can go hospital, in children, wife, they why go lock him door, give his friend his phone and his key.
You know here when the son talks say even the father no even know where the phones is because of in condition. Him, the son, now arrange the 2 phones under pillow for the father. As at the time when they carry the father go, the father no even know how far.
Maybe the father give the friend phone.
The friend talks say now the father give and the son they talk say as at the time when then they carry the father come out, the father no even know anything about phone because of in condition. Talk more of say make it talk say see my phone, see my this thing.
Then they can say a lot of things get to be unraveled. Then who lost the man to carry to give him friend? Then finally for my own end, why think the woman you mentioned that when she knows we can stand for hospital, she even organized.
Now I make her call her wicked woman. Maybe tomorrow Naya go withdraw that wicked woman.
go the campaign, he do a shakara.
He be fresh past like this. They want deceiver. They say Congo Jerusalem. How much they inside Jerusalem? Instead of going to Jerusalem, make them give it 10 million naira capital.
So I'm not be saying that make I can't go Jerusalem. You know, say God get us they walk in. So them now. When
I get airport for Ebonyi State,
they just finished one. So.
Landing strip.
we will soon open them, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So thank
if
God.
Now want travel now. Now another state will not. It be like this state where have been the praise that time. Fire me state, Ekiti. They don't get airport. If they want travel, what a shame. You go leave your state as a governor. You know shame. They go another state to go enter aeroplane. I no go clear even my papa family make I create a governor. You they enter another governor state to take off and land. What a shame. So when I don't finish in Umma.
We don't finish them by God's grace.
But aeroplane don't they land?
Osimba just be landed, but not be aeroplane you use now.
Now landing strip. Now landing strip will not get. Now landing strip. Millionaire.
So we get hope.
Yankee.
Yes, sir.
Go face and do an into 3 times. Look and where.
On a get better hospital.
Keep quiet. On our own hospital, they function. Do it first.
Get better hospital.
What you don't do, you meant to. Do it.
We get airport to
get better hospital.
We get airport to
the hospital on a get forgive you, they work, they function. Which work? Only Haini and now that they operate. I near hospital. Hello, good morning. I don't talk. You get governors when no suppose rural state. You are leaving the state a rural state. Then what are you? You cannot convert the state to. Hello, good morning. If I don't keep quiet there.
My name is Yakubu Abu Oje for the Vano. If my get money, no problem. If you not consider money, sir. You know what I talk and be saying, sir, like when my papa die, I did not die leave anything. No family member come to say they want to bury.
No committee.
Now we bow ourselves. Find what we can do better.
When I not do committee.
Let me talk about money problem. Where which committee? So if they say my papa die leave money, committee for day. But if not die leave money, now when we are ready to do burial, now they will come say they come attend burial. But as that my brother be now, just as other people talk, he don't go reach to know wetin good, wetin not good. And I thank God say, the papa, just as he talk, he said the next of kin for all the documents. So I pray, and the other one we say, I don't really understand what families they do our women. Once man die like this, we just begin to turn the women up and down.
Yes, and sometimes part of the wickedness, women follow the wicked and not a fellow woman. They don't forget say their own husband will die very soon, sooner or later.
Yes, sir. That's true, sir. That's true, sir.
I advise any woman where her husband die, where relations of the husband come they attack her. If she they cry, make she not forget to mention something to their hearing. If the women they attack her, she go say thank you. May you join our association.
Yes,
and then if not men,
you see,
continue.
Yes, sir. You see the story where you talk about the woman where you say carry somebody come make his husband make her work because the man die say one marry.
Yes.
You know say many tribes that they do that thing. Like my mom, they do it towards her. Say he want me like somebody go marry. My mama say he not go people who the boy when you say they go they come say now you go say one marry. You know. when my younger sister wants to marriage, they say my mom no go fit dey where they cook, and my mom call me because me not fit go for the marriage. And I asked my mom, say, they say you no go fit cook, abi. Now say the second thing is say they tell you you no go fit stay the marriage or not. She say no. Now say you go leave them make they cook their food. If they say you no go fit stay, my younger sister say if you know say you want marry, you get right to go outside go marry. Who you marry don't die, don't die. But now she tell me say man, even before my dad late, she not be born again. So waiting they marry for. So I just really want to thank you for your good work, sir. May God bless you.
Thank you, amen, and you too, sir. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you, Mahaka. Hello, good morning. Good morning. My brothers, my sisters, if I look down on a sister time, then they give us signal to do it and say, make we pack kaya come up for studio. Hello, good morning. Bila say network. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Now, whom you and I'm for radio and TV telephone?
This is David from the Netherlands.
Okay, David from the Netherlands.
Yes. It's a pity there has been a hold up, maybe network problem.
Accused the wife of one or two things. It is for her to come and clear the air, not for them to have a confrontation, sir. After she has cleared the air, we will now be able to strike a balance to know how this matter.
Okay.
Yes, this is the process. This is the procedure, sir. Tomorrow, if you invite that woman and invite this the man here, it will be rowdy. It will be confrontational, sir, from experience, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that there are so many things the man knows about his friends that he stays up to 11 p.m., which only God knows what the relationship. The family, even the wife, may not know.
Sir.
And again, how is it that the one will be sick or in hospital, the woman will be out there celebrating her birthday?
That is the reason why we are inviting the woman, sir. Can we try to have an understanding here, sir? Please.
Sorry?
This is the reason why we are inviting the woman, sir.
Okay.
And then this man that we called today, can we force him to reveal the things he knows about his late friend?
Exactly.
He does not have the intention to reveal? Can we force him? Can we extract that information from him by force?
No, not at all.
Please. The one way we see, we work with him. The one way we not see, we leave him for God. Please.
Okay, just for peace to reign. That's what I'm trying to say.
Now, part of the peace to reign, the one way you suggest earlier, no go allow peace reign. In fact, no, instead of peace to reign, now shit to go reign.
It's all right.
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Honorary President. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Well done, sir.
Yes, sir.
God bless you, sir.
Amen. And you too. What be your name? Where are you, Devano, from?
My name is Franco. I call from Deutschland.
Okay. How Deutschland today?
Very fine, sir. Well done, sir.
Okay, quickly.
Now, this matter, what they do for students, I want to small math. I get to talk, we say, make we hold our side. In the sense that, as much as you invited the woman to the studio tomorrow, so that we'll hear from her. And this our platform, not be only to solve problems, not to learn so many things. It be like school, we be say person they go. So many men today, they suffer, they strive very hard for our family to succeed. But at the end of it all, sometimes family issues will come make our goal bend to the extent say we not go feel attain waiting with the strive for. You see, children are very glued to their mom. If men do something, sometimes it is easy for them to come out in public, come reveal and say, see what my papa do. But sometimes when women do, it is hard for the children to come and say, see what my mama do. What I'm saying is that I don't want to say maybe what the children came to the studio to say is right or wrong till we hear from both sides.
Thank you.
But the fact that the mom is not there with them today, it will be very important to call her and hear from her too. The relationship between him and the man and everything that has been conspiring in the house.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Please, I'm talking to Brekete Family.
Yes, you are talking to Brekete Family, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm calling from Italy. My name is Mohammed Mustafa.
Mohammed Mustafa from Italy.
I have started following the program not long ago. And I appreciate Dr. Isa.
Yes, sir.
The Honorable President.
Yes, sir.
And I have something little to say about the widow and the children. Please, are you listening?
I did listen to you. Now you they make me one sleep the way you they talk, sir.
I appreciate Honorable Isa. And my greetings to everybody on the program.
Yes. Waiting be your contributor on this matter quickly. Time don't work.
My contribution on this thing is, sometimes some people and some friends can be very faithful to their friends, understand that maybe the way the wife is treating the husband, maybe there are some things that the husband will never tell the wife, will be telling the friend. So as Isa said he's going to invite my friend, I think that is the best solution to invite the friend. Because maybe as he was saying that the wife is making birthday party when the husband is on the bed sick, and she has never went to the hospital to even check about the husband. Maybe there are some things that maybe the husband doesn't trust his wife. So if they invite the man in the studio, maybe we will clear so many things.
Okay.
And sometimes some women are pushing their children to be going in the father's property so that maybe the thing everything will come to the wife. And at times they will just spoil everything before the children grew up.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning, my ordinary president.
Yes,
my name is Chimwanya.
From?
Yes.
From where, ma?
From London.
Okay.
Yes. I'm calling on behalf regards to this matter of these children and the family. Just a quick one. Because the man, first of all, that man is the uncle is like a prime suspect. He's too close, that's too close to be suspected because too many things around his statement, from the phone to key to passport to affidavit to documents, pictures, meetings, tenant sale of cards, too many things. Then there's one point he mentioned there. He said about the burial. It has been fixed for 3 days to come. They have to get a court injunction not to bury that corpse because they have to do an autopsy or a postmortem on that dead body. Because while we are chasing for the woman to come, they will be arranged for the burial. They may fast forward the burial and bury that man while the case is going on. And when he is buried, it's another problem to exhume that body again. So they have to get a court injunction. That dead body should not be buried. Let them follow up this matter. But on the woman's side, there may be a silent witness there that she doesn't want to say something till she's called forward. Some women can be under pressure. So I'm not saying that she was doing a birthday or she didn't come to the hospital, but there's something not right for her not to talk and even send the children to come. And the man too is a prime suspect. His closeness is too close to be suspected. Here, if something happens, police will be following you the way you're following this case in too many things surrounding, even holding things for the children that belong to the children. The phone, if they need the phone, there may be some text messages going through with the man and two of them, or maybe some friends about something happening. So there's something, again, I think, anyway, postmortem will tell what the man died of.
So that's my own contribution.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the work you're doing. God bless you.
Amen.
And God reward you in
Amen.
Jesus'
And you
name.
too. Thank you so much, ma. Yes, ma. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Waiting be your name. Where you develop from? Waiting be your contributor.
This is Peter and I'm calling from b.ed.
Okay.
Sir, please, I want to make a little contribution over this matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, is it that the woman did not go to the hospital at all? Or they do not allow her enter because that intensive unit.
We go confirm that one tomorrow.
Because it's not everyone that is allowed to enter intensive unit. That is my contribution.
There is no way a husband would be in the intensive care unit and they will not allow the wife unless they feel the wife's life is in danger too.
Yes. Yeah, that is it.
If they can allow a friend into the place, is it the wife that they will not allow to go in there? Let us.
We don't know if the man entered intensive unit, so we don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
But sir, another thing I want to say is, you see, relationships sometimes. It depends on how you are close to somebody that will make you to be more closer. If you are safe in the hand of a particular person, maybe the person is advising or the person is giving you the right information, there is nothing bad by being very close to the person. So that person is too close to somebody is not a bad thing. You understand, sir?
Anybody that is closer to you than your wife and children is not a good person. He should have advised you. Anybody that is closer to you than your wife and children, then something is wrong somewhere, my brother.
Now, ordinary president, do you know there is a type of relationship that will be going between wife and children that will not allow them to be like husband and wife, like a family? There is some wives sometimes can be terrible. So let's not conclude it that way.
Okay.
The wife may not be giving the man the chance to be together with her. So I'm not saying that is what happened, but when you look for
yes, you are right. You are right. Some women, they tell men, I say, if your wife know they give you joy, I believe I be a man, go die inside the marriage.
Yes, sir.
Make you go her way, make you go your way. And they tell women, if your husband know they give you joy for marriage, make you go his way, make you go your way. But there is no way you will be living with a wife and children in the house and you for years and you say the marriage is not working. Then who are you? What are you? Are you an animal that cannot take a decision? And if you have a good friend will ensure that your family is intact.
That is why I'm always calling on the clergymen of our Christianity where I belong to. That I said that marriage is for better, for worse. Let them know that worse. Let it be for better, because many people are dying because of that teaching they're making.
My brother, when they say for better, for worse, it get bought inside the for better, for worse. For better, for worse, no merit make you die inside. For better, for worse, no means say make. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. No.
I understand you.
Every law where you hear, they get interpretation.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
So let them protect that woman.
Thank you, sir. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, now who me and I'm the van for radio.
Good morning, sir.
Yes,
God bless you, sir.
Amen, and you too, ma.
I miss you.
I miss you. You, ma, I miss you.
I miss you. Your voice again. My name is Amin. I'm calling from Fleja.
Okay, Amin. Now wait till you contributed quickly.
So, Daddy, I called you that time. You say you pick my number. Did not pick it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, Daddy. I have a complaint, sir. Please, sir, on my knee.
What be the complaint?
Yes, sir.
What be the complaint?
I'm really suffering with my 3 children.
You need...
Anytime I reach you, I know that my problem will solve.
Where their father they?
Sir, we have departed. We are no more together, sir. It's only attend to their school fees.
Go and meet your relations.
Sir?
Go and meet your husband's relations.
Sir.
Go and meet your husband's relations. Thank you. Those kind of people where they help them train children. Now then sabi raise muscle when the children don't grow. That's my daughter. That's my son. Children where you know how they train them. And small time now you go here say another belly don't enter. You know, when I remember one case where I said to one woman, she born 7 children. How else she born the children? If you come, you give her belly, you go dodge until after 2-3 years, you go show. You go give her belly again, you go dodge. Now how she see 5 or 6 children, I be 7. As at the time when she will they talk, small belly day. I make una leave me. Me too, to born children, they hungry me. Now the responsibility where they attach, now they put fear for my body. Can you imagine? Me and my children. Before una marry person, make una they ask question, make una they check the kind of family where you come up from. Hello, good morning.
Ordinary President.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ordinary President.
Yes, sir. Waiting be your name. Where you develop from? Waiting be your contributor.
My name is Obi. I'm calling from Germany.
Okay, how are you Dublin today?
Yeah.
Sorry, okay, driver. I will soon release you.
On this present matter now. I said Germany.
Oh, Germany, I be Dublin.
Germany.
Okay, quickly. I wait for you and I make you talk finish.
All right. Please, concerning that issue, I really appreciate your program. I don't miss it at all. God will continue to bless you.
Amen.
And bless all the crew members.
Amen.
So, quick one. I have a doubt over that friend. And
why you
put
go
it to him that most of the misunderstanding between that man and the family, that his friend has hand in it.
No. I disagree.
If you watch his last statement, he said, the children would declare the access of the man. He don't have right to ask the children to declare the access of the man. And also, how can they fix burial without the consent of
the children and the
widow and the family of the woman? They fix burial date. According to the young man, he said where the corpse of the father is, they don't even know. So how come he fixed the burial date? And what was their plans over those children? They want to inherit that boy. The property of that man is mainly what he is interested in. Let the wives, the widower, let her issue not deviate from getting the actual point.
Okay.
Thank you. I remain blessed.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. The advisors make we remain focused, make this one. But make we day fair to the son. I in the raise hand since. Give a microphone, make we hear from him.
Thank you, sir. Concerning my mom not sleeping there, my mom is presently sick and she's hypertensive.
Yes,
she has high blood pressure and she's on medications even till this moment.
Not now. As at the time your father was, she was sick.
Yes, her father died this year as well. It was their burial. And she was even in the village when my dad fell sick. And then she was supposed to stay in the village for another 14 days.
Yes.
So she left the village after 2 days because of my dad.
Because of her husband's sickness.
And she goes to the hospital as early as 7 in the morning and leaves there by 11 in the night. And this same Baba Abu, my mom gives him transport money going and coming back.
Oh.
He don't
give her.
whenever he goes there, he will still collect transport money to come back home. And then when they even moved him, he was not going there every day. There were times. Oh yes, like 3 times. Even when
he collects transport to go there.
He collected transport money from my mom.
This same man.
Yes, sir. Anytime
and
he goes
your mom
to visit,
goes there from morning till
very
11
early in the morning. Then when she even comes back to the house, we don't need to even be awake. We'll be sleeping by that time till the next morning before we see her.
Yeah.
And so aside from that, she comes home at intervals to cook their lunch and dinner and take it back to the hospital, and we live in Kuje. So she goes to Gariki like 2 to 3 times a day. Comes back every day. And so as we are speaking, this same Baba Abu comes to our house to loan from my mom. He has about 3 wives, and then he got married to a very little small girl. And then she got pregnant. He did not have money to pay for the hospital or anything. He came to our house about 1 a.m. to borrow money from my mom to take care of that girl in the hospital.
This same mom?
Yes. This same Baba Abu.
He has 3 wives?
Yes, about 3 wives.
Come marry one small girl, join?
Yes.
Okay. No talk again. This boy don't provoke. He don't do. He don't do. Consultant Ike, your mouth, they do mui.
Maybe we will invite Baba Abu, but not to confront, to talk with him outside.
Okay, after the program,
yes.
invite him.
Yes, sir.
Listen to him. Elijah, you are the members of the committee, Chef Fatima. Doshim, you're going to be part of the committee as my secretary. You give me the report at the end of the sitting. Thank you very much. Yes.
So now, sir, talking about the car and saying we made the decision together. So I think we should have a recording of that meeting where they say the family has made their decision to sell the car, not what do we think about the decision they've made.
Okay, it's okay. Thank you. Okay, collect microphone.